Now, for decades, it trained young pastors in the Word. Now, the Marietta Bible College may be near an end. There are students who stand to lose a lot, but are keeping their faith. And Danielle Staub has their story.
We're just trusting the Lord to fight this battle for us.
Marietta Bible College and its 120 students are praying for a solution.
She's taking good care of the ministry while I'm away. But thinking that because of those paperworks, the sacrifice will just be in vain.
The Student and Exchange Visitor Information Program through U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has denied the college their recertification. The college says just this year, they were told the accrediting association that they were a member of for years is not accredited anymore.
We were notified in the summer, and we went back and forth on this, but they told us not to seek to join another accrediting association at that time.
The college says a man from immigration came and told them they needed 3 things.
We gave it to the man. That's what he asked for. He said the deadline was not until November 1st, but October 24th, we were notified that we were dropped.
Dropped from the Student Exchange and Visitor Information Program, which gives the college the ability to bring international students to the United States.
I can't confirm that they provided or anyone with anything. As far as the information I have is that the evidence was not submitted to us.
The program says the students can transfer schools or they will be forced to leave the country.
It's not a small paperwork issue. This is a huge part of being certified by the Student and Exchange Visitor Program. We certify schools specifically to make sure that they are bona fide schools. So when you do not respond to requests for evidence or recertification, that leads us to believe that there might be other issues.
The college says they strongly disagree and their students are scared. They say it will not only be their students who are affected by this, but their families who sacrificed to send them here for an education. Danielle Staub, WTAP News, Marietta.
Now, U.S. Immigration is requiring the students to be out of the country by February. Now, the college says most students don't have the money to transfer schools, which is also an option.
For decades, it trained young pastors in the Word. Well, now the Marietta Bible College may be near the end, but it's more than just a long-time Bible school closing. There are students who stand to lose a whole lot here, but they're keeping the faith. Danielle Staub is joining us tonight from the newsroom with much more on what she's learned today about the status of the school and the kids. Danielle?
John, 120 students may have to transfer schools or will have to go back to their home country. This over the recertification for Marietta Bible College. The college says they gave the necessary information to a field representative who came to the school in person this fall. The college says the Student and Exchange Visitor Information Program was not clear about what the college had to do after issues this summer. Now they have a team of lawyers fighting this case.
It's beyond words, you know. It's a battle that the whole school, 120 students as a whole, we're just trusting the Lord to fight this battle for us. But like our authorities saying, we're not going down without a fight. So we're on our knees, we're praying.
The Student and Exchange Visitor Information Program says the school failed to properly respond to their requests for evidence. Back in 2013, Marietta Bible College was supposed to submit a recertification. The program says they did not receive that information, but as a courtesy, they allowed them to extend their certification. They then contacted the school multiple times asking for evidence because they are not a certified school by an accredited agency recognized by the Department of Education. Again, no evidence. In October, the school was then denied.
It's not a small paperwork issue. This is a huge part of being certified by the Student and Exchange Visitor Program. We certify schools specifically to make sure that they are bona fide schools. So when you do not respond to requests for evidence or recertification, that leads us to believe that there might be other issues.
The program says there are options, so the students can transfer schools or Marietta Bible College can wipe their slate clean and start again as a new school. That is a whole nother process, John. It will not only be the students who are affected by this, but their families who sacrificed and sent them here for an education. The school has students from Papua New Guinea, the Philippines, and Africa. More at 6.
All right, Danielle, stop in the newsroom. Thank you.
If you could see what I once was, if you could go
developments in the Marietta Bible College's fight to survive to tell you about tonight. Fallout from yesterday's report from the Student and Exchange Visitors Program, or the SEVP, that the college failed to properly respond to their request for evidence. Well, the college says that's completely false. Marietta Bible Church's pastor and college president Myron Guiler says back in September of 2013, the college received a letter stating SEVP did receive the complete information for recreditation. They did not hear anything until June of 2014, when the agency told them that they have been accredited for years now, that they were not on the list. Well, Dr. Guiler says over the summer they went back and forth with the program with phone calls and emails. Then on the 9th of October, a field representative with the SEVP came to the college and said instead of accreditation, they needed 3 things.
3 colleges that will accept your credits, which we did, and also supplied other things. For the representative of immigrations to indicate that we have sat here and done nothing and lost our status is absolutely an untruth.
Mr. Guiler says they sent all of that information October 23rd, and then on the 24th they received an email stating SEVP received the information. However, it is not acceptable and was also past the due date. The church has a team of lawyers fighting that case, and Guiler says they do feel like they are fighting for their life right now, and they have the paperwork and the emails to prove it. SEVP stands firm in their statement to us that the school was given many chances and was notified multiple times. The agency says the school failed to get the necessary information in on time. Now, in a statement, Carissa Cottrell with the Student and Exchange Visitor Program, the agency involved in the accreditation process, says, quote, the Student and Exchange Visitor Program, SEVP, accepted Marietta Bible College's motion to reopen on November 18th of 2014. SEVP is currently reviewing the school's case file, end quote. We'll keep you up to date. So it looks like they are once again taking a look at their application for accreditation.
Friends, thank you so much for listening to today's urgent emergency message. Normally I stay out of the politics and stay with the Bible, but the politics of our nation have afflicted a dear friend of mine, and for this I must stand up. The Bible tells us Christians to stand up and bear the burdens of others. My friends, I'm asking, would you join with me to help one of our brothers? You and I now are living in a generation here in the United States of America where our government is daily closing down churches, Bible colleges, Christian organizations, Christian campus ministries. Every day it's happening. I don't know if you're watching the news, but it's happening, and now it has afflicted one of my friends. My friends, Dr. Myron Guiler of the Marietta Bible College. The government has come to his doors and said, we're going to close you down. We're going to deport all of your international students. My friends, let me speak about Dr. Myron Guiler if you do not know who he is. Dr. Myron Guiler for 60 years has been a pastor, preaching the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ, the death, burial, and resurrection. For many, many decades, close to around 40 years, he's had a Bible college, Marietta Bible College in the state of Ohio. His goal has been to equip people from all over the world and to challenge them to go back and to start a church. His college and his team of people have literally started hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of churches around the world. And now our government's trying to close their doors down. You see, the government has come to his doorstep and said, there is a piece of form you're supposed to fill out each year, and we don't have that form. My friends, I assure you, Dr. Myron Guiler has diligently filled out this form every single year, and now the government says it's missing, and they're going to close its doors down. The IRS is doing this to other people. My friends, I'm asking you to do something. Would you take my testimony? Would you take your heart and would you write a letter to 2 congressmen? Would you write to Congressman Mike DeWine in the state of Ohio? Would you write him and ask him and beseech him, Congressman Mike DeWine, would you please intercede and don't allow the state of Ohio to close the doors of Marietta Bible College under the direction of President Dr. Myron Guiler? Also, would you please write Congressman Bill Johnson? Now, Bill Johnson is a Christian. Would you ask him to please stand up for Marietta Bible College under the direction of Dr. Myron Guiler? Please ask him, get involved. The government has issued a mandate that if they can't find these forms, they will close down the doors in February of 2015, and they would deport all of the students, 100 and some students, I don't know the exact number. My friends, we shouldn't let atrocities like this happen. Too many of these things are happening across America, and if we don't take a stand as Christians and help one another, just like how Hitler closed the doors of churches in Germany, it will happen here more and more. It's happening now. There will be a day when Christians are illegal, but we must stand up. We must show love to our enemies. We must write our congressmen. We must pray. We must get involved and say, we don't want this to happen. We were a country founded on the gospel, and we want to stay that way. Friends, I'm begging you, please write these congressmen. If you can't find their email or their address, then would you write to me? I'm flying to Ohio this week. Would you write a letter to the congressman, put it in the envelope, and on the envelope write it to Lawrence Bowman and send it to 686 Edendale Court, Columbus, Ohio, 43207. When I'm in Ohio, I'm going to go and deliver these letters. Friends, thank you so much. Friends, please share this on Facebook. Please share this on other media outlets. Please do not allow Dr. Myron Guiler's wonderful college, Marietta Bible College, to be closed down because they stand up for the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Because they've started hundreds of churches. Because hundreds of thousands of people have been saved through their people. Because orphans have been helped because of their people. Only good works have come out of this college. And we must stand with them. Friends, thank you so much.
Does go one more song. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I'll cut my sermon a little short. You sing that song you sang yesterday morning. Do you remember it?
Amen.
I've had many tears and sorrows. I've had questions for tomorrow. Every time I didn't know right from wrong. In every situation, God gave blessed consolation that my trials come to only be strong. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word.
Yes. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, tonight, prime time, President Barack Obama will announce his executive action on immigration in a primetime speech. The President of the United States following through on his vow to sidestep Congress in what I believe is an unconstitutional move. He will announce a primetime speech tonight about his executive action he will now take to change U.S. immigration law by himself. Folks, this is, how many times is he going to rewrite the Constitution, and how long will the Supreme Court allow him to do so? Well, the president will go ahead with his plan despite widespread opposition from Capitol Hill Republicans who have asked him to wait till next year when the GOP, who have just recently been elected, control the House and Senate, and they will try to find the reform for the country's broken immigration system. But Obama is under pressure, intense pressure, from Hispanics and much of his liberal base to act now after promising to act by September, and then disappointing them by waiting until the midterms. And then when the midterms was over, he's going to do it anyway, even though the people have changed the atmosphere. Well, let me tell you something about immigration that President Obama won't share with you tonight. And I want to thank Tina Lane for this report. But on the same day, yesterday, that President Obama announced he was taking an executive action, he also, there was a report from a pastor who is in control of a Bible college that his 120 Christian students must be deported. Now, wait a minute. The president's going to free up 5 million immigrants can stay legally, but he's going to deport 120 Christian Bible students. It doesn't make sense. How does this, and they announce it the same day. Now, here's what it says. Here's what the pastor said. I held a telephone receiver in my hand and I listened as the Ohio pastor began overwhelming with his emotion. He said, quote, "It's heartbreaking. I can't stand to see these 120 children. In my heart, I can't see them. I can't stand to see them go. I've poured my life into it." According to Myron Guiler, president of Marietta Bible College, a small unaccredited school that provides Bible training mostly for impoverished international students. The college is a ministry of the Marietta Bible Center Church. According to the school's website, it underwent a complete review process by the Ohio Board of Regents in 1988 and was offered a state licensure. The license was refused because of our biblical conviction that such acceptance would place the state in an authority over the church, the rightful position of Jesus Christ, according to Colossians 1:18. Therefore, this institution is not certified by the Board of Regents nor the state of Ohio. But on Sunday, Pastor Guiler delivered the bad news to his congregation that the federal government had denied their recertification for a program that allows foreign students to attend American schools. The 34-year-old college may be no longer accepted international students, and those who are currently enrolled in a Bible school must either transfer to another college by February or face deportation. Now, these kids are poor, and they're from very impoverished nations. And and all of a sudden, all these Christian Bible students, they got to go. But all of the Muslim students coming from many Middle Eastern nations, they all get to stay. And of course, 5 million immigrant workers are going to be given a free pass to continue to stay and have working documents for them. So this is the part of his immigration action that President Obama won't tell you tonight, as he is starting the process of the deportation of Christians that are from other nations. Christians are going to be thrown out. After he's done with the deportation, what's next? Will Christianity be thrown out? Folks, is the beast rising? Can I grab a Bible? Now, you know, we're going to be talking about the 666, the Islamic mark of the beast. And let me just say this, and for those who are a little, it's not just Islam that's rising against Christians and Jews. It's the Illuminati as well. So what you have is a one world government. It will have an antichrist, the son of perdition, the lawless one. There will be a false prophet who will rule the one world religion, which may be Chrislam. And that might be how Islam gets accepted, because it won't get accepted alone. So maybe it gets intertwined. And is that what's been going on at the Vatican with the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the last 3 days, with a conference there with Catholic cardinals and archbishops, prominent Protestant pastors like Rick Warren, rabbis, Jewish rabbis, Muslim imams, Buddhist priests, Hindu gurus, Taoist, Maoist. I mean, are you serious? Everybody but the Dalai Lama has been, hanging out at the Vatican. Is this all part of a one world move? Well, and is this immigration what I would consider, it seems like it's, again, Christians being targeted. and the Constitution being shredded, all happening before our very eyes. But don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. Go watch how many desperate housewives there are in Atlanta, how many bachelors and bachelorettes are on. Check out Big Brother, maybe the Survival series. Always keep watching the Kardashians and even Honey Boo Boo. Find out everything going on in reality TV. Stay dummied down while the New World Order rises. Here's what the Bible says in the book of Revelation, chapter 13. I don't mean to go so long, but I feel I need to read it. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, Revelation 13. And I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name Blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? See, that's the military arm, which ISIS certainly could help with. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue 42 months, or 3.5 years. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Deportation, intimidation. It's a true manifestation of a biblical revelation. Are you serious? Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ.